Hanoi is a no-brainer. It is a foodie's dream destination, but if you are a little adventurous, this place is basically a wonderland to explore your limits. And that is exactly what we did. We gave our food tour guides a simple instruction: take us to the spots you wouldn't dare take a normal tourist. Show us the food people think twice about. And oh boy, did they deliver. Now, a quick statement. We are not here to prove anything. For us, any unique experience, be it a landscape or a plate of food, gives us the same happiness. But we know some of this might look a little out there to some of you. So, here is the deal. If you get grossed out by extreme non-vegetarian food, we suggest you stop here and scroll away. Seriously, we are not here to increase our viewership by ruining your appetite. Still here? Okay, let's go. Our tour started at a unique farm, a place that breeds snakes. The friendly farmer wanted us to get comfortable with the livestock first. He brought out a cobra that looked like it woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Terrifying. But realizing we weren't going to run helter-skelter, he stepped up the familiarity exercise. He brought out a bunch of non-venomous snakes and offered us to hold them. At first, my 15-year-old was hesitant, but slowly, he upped his courage. Next thing I know, he's holding one while the beautiful creature happily winds around his fist. Here is a fun fact. When they flick their tongue like that, they aren't mocking you. They're actually smelling the environment. It ended with a direct eye-to-eye stare down. It was like something out of a movie poster where a hero and a villain face off. I am not saying who is the hero and who is the villain here. Then came the harvest. We stood as silent spectators. And don't worry, we are not going to show any footage of this. We decided to put the camera away, to just be in the moment and respect the process. They caught the fresh blood in a glass of rice wine and the green bile in another. It looked exactly like the red pill and the green pill from the Matrix. But unlike Neo, we politely declined both. We were happy to stay in the Matrix and just eat the cooked food. Then came the feast. 5 courses. First, we started with a thick, warming soup with tender bits of snake meat that felt very comforting. Next came a crispy skin salad, which honestly crunched just like potato chips. Third was the fried version, basically snake nuggets. We also had snake rolls wrapped in aromatic greens. And finally, a crunchy fried skin crumble. The verdict? Honestly, if I snuck snake meat into a lobster bisque or a chicken stir fry, you wouldn't notice. It has the same texture as a chicken that went to the gym every day. Lean, firm, and surprisingly tasty. That ends the first part of our unique food experience. Not bad. You are still watching. We actually have a bet running that this video is going to have the highest drop-off rate in our channel's history. So if you are still here, you are a legend. The second part takes us to the streets for an evening walk. Honestly, folks, if you are in Hanoi, you have to do the weekend walk in the old quarter. They cut off all traffic during the evenings, turning the streets into a giant walking zone. It is a cultural potpourri, a true who's who of the Vietnamese culinary experience. You see families getting together for a nice sit and talk over dinner right on the roadside. But getting there requires skill. We mentioned this in our travel guide, but it bears repeating. The scooters here are the Fast and Furious Hanoi edition. Look to the right, look to the left, and check above you as well. Honestly, you never know if one is about to fall from the sky. Our first stop was for a very unique omelette, but do not expect cheese or ham. The main ingredient here is sandworms. Yes, worms. The locals call this dish Chả Rươi. Fun fact, these sandworms are incredibly rare. They only rise to the surface for a few specific days a year based on the moon cycle. Since we were off season, we didn't get the full experience. Usually people complain if there is a fly in their soup. Here, we were complaining that we wanted more insects in our omelette. It felt like ordering a pepperoni pizza and getting just the cheese. Still, we can officially scratch that off the bucket list. Next, we settled into a tiny roadside restaurant for a local staple. We talked about this in a previous video, but in case you missed it, here is the scoop. Think of snails as the chicken nuggets of Vietnam. You sit on a tiny stool, grab a tiny fork, and perform microsurgery to scoop them out. Dip it in the garlic ginger sauce, and trust me, it is addictive. But the snails were just the warm up. The main event? Quail eggs, but not regular eggs. These are fertilized, meaning there is an embryo inside. You probably know this as balut. In Vietnam, they call this trung kut lon. Locals swear by this as a superfood. It is basically the protein bar of Southeast Asia. Visually, seeing the embryo was a blocker for us. We hesitated, but we are here to explore, right? We took a bite. Hear it in his own words. It tastes like chicken and egg at the same time. Yes, chicken and egg together. Pay for one and get another free. It stays on your tongue. There was a dried fish dish on the table too, but honestly, the intense experience of the egg made us completely forget the fish existed. To wash away the strong flavors, we went for dessert. First, the classic mango sticky rice, and second, kem soy. It is a scoop of ice cream served over sticky rice, cold, creamy, and exactly what we needed to reset our palate. As we were walking, something caught my eye. This wasn't on the itinerary. I will give you a hint. It is a prehistoric critter, well seasoned and fried. We spent 3 hours searching for these in Phuket 7 years ago on a Mercedes tour and failed. Seeing it here was like a missed connection finally coming true. The verdict? Salty, crunchy, and savory. Basically potato chips with legs. My son gave a double yummy reaction that says it all. We had to end with a legend. Egg coffee, or as they call it here, Safa Trung. Here is the history. This drink was actually invented during a milk shortage in the 1940s. No milk? No problem. Use egg yolks. They whisk the yolks with condensed milk until it is a fluffy cloud. Then pour it over strong Robusta coffee. It doesn't taste like egg. It tastes like you are drinking a warm, liquid tiramisu. Pure magic. And that wraps up our street food marathon. Vietnam is a love story for us. Apart from these exotic delicacies, we also had some incredible ultra luxury meals here. We have already published detailed videos on those in our channel. So, we will just do a for your eyes only visual treat for a few seconds. If you are interested in the tour company that took us on this wild ride, We have dropped their name in the description below. I don't know how you feel watching a video about such unique textures and taste, but experiencing it in our memory by writing about it again, happy tears.